Good morning. Check out this view. Oh, so nice. Today we're at the Korean National Arboretum, or Arboretum, however you say it. But it's pretty much the biggest one here. They are telling me that the one in Cheongnyang is the first one, but because space is limited, they went ahead and created this much larger one here. And the entrance is only 1,001. Wow, it's really nice though. I wish I lived near here. They say this arboretum has the largest amount of species. I definitely gotta say it's really well maintained. It's only a couple meters in, I'm still amazed. Grandma flower. I don't know what it's really called in English. This one is called the Buddha's head. I could definitely see the similarities there. So this tree was planted by Chunduan president in the 80s. This Arboretum has been around for a while. Gosh, I'm probably butchering this name. You guys are all laughing at me. So outside the main entrance, we're getting into this forested area. And what's most impressive to me about this is just really how vast it is. I've taken a time lapse of just a small segment of everything we're walking, but just walking through these nicely paved and in some cases wooden laid paths. It's a very pleasant experience being able to see, all the different kinds of trees and being able to ultimately smell and feel the freshness of this area. So the professor mentioned something that was quite interesting, and I think it might be true in the difference in cultures. He said that when they did a survey, Asian people generally consider the Garden of Eden something like what we're seeing right here. Very well maintained, less natural, but if you ask a Westerner, they think of the Garden of Eden as something that is completely wild and natural. I could completely believe that because when you go to national parks in the States, like I used to frequently, like Yosemite, Yellowstone, etc., they just keep it very, very, very natural. Whereas here, every part of the area where people are supposed to be, they're gonna lay down tracks. They're gonna make sure it's convenient for you. This is actually probably an example of the most natural place I've actually seen. Otherwise, they'd probably have street food vendors on the side. Wow, check this out, guys. Indoor. It's one of the most impressive ones I've seen. But the one in Singapore is definitely the best. You can never forget about the Gardens by the Bay. But unfortunately, we can't go in due to the coronavirus. But if you do come after the corona issue is resolved, you'll be able to experience that as well. Alright. But it looks like we are able to go into the museum today. They're surprised because the last time they came, they couldn't go in. What I noticed is that they have hand sanitizers and sign-in sheets in all these indoor locations. So if there is a confirmed case, they can track you down. Contact tracing is pretty legit out here. Wow, it's pretty nice. You can really smell the wood. It's a very, very spa-like scent. Oh, this is nice. They exhibit all the different kinds of wood and you get to smell it. I mean, it's very good because I have a mask on and I can still smell it through the mask. Oh, look at this. Koreans had little black bears too. And huge eagles. And this is the real life size of a Korean eagle. They're not good looking. It's like, they look like a vulture and they're huge. I mean, it's just like for reference, that's the size of a person. So he's just telling me that this is where Jirisan is. But it's a mountain range that is connected all the way up to the top of North Korea to Baekdusan, which is actually a very fabled mountain. And the North Koreans say that's where their leader was born. So super interesting that I just learned from Professor is that this was created by Kim Jong-il in 1861. Literally climbed up and down these mountain ranges by himself, by foot, to actually create this map. And it's quite accurate. It's impressive. I don't know what's more impressive, his ability to replicate it or his ability to have walked up and down so many mountain ranges. Wow.
이런 서울이네.
It's very detailed maps of Korea. And this is actually Seoul. It has east, south, north, and west. I know Mayu would definitely enjoy this. She loves museums, and they have a ton of information in English as well for you to learn. I can't cover everything, but definitely worth a visit. It's beyond the 1,001 that we paid, that's for sure. Many areas here. So this is interesting. I was like, what the heck is this? It's obviously a route, but why does it look like it's just circular? And they're explaining to me in Korea it's a lot of rocky surfaces. So instead of the route going inside, it has a tendency to spread out to the sides. And then usually those fall when there is a strong typhoon because Korea is a monsoonal season. Instead of throwing it away, you can appreciate this weird looking root structure. Ah, so peaceful. All right, they have a temperate glass house. Let's see what this place is all about. Beauty does not come without effort. Wow, look at all this. Oh, some nice pyramid glass house. Honestly, I don't consider myself a nature guy. That's why I like living in cities. But even if you're not, I think you can enjoy yourself for a whole day out here. There's just so much to do. So many breaks in between, rest areas, places to sit down. Definitely should come out here. One of the members keeps telling me about this tree right here. It's called pansongi. So that is your typical sonamu, very iconic Korean tree. But this one is sort of in a half dome. It's very cute. I think I would want this in my home garden if I had one. So actually this is like a over 100-year-old probably half dome pine tree. The one that I showed you, that was like a mini cute one. Apparently these go for a lot in Korea. They're like, if you want to buy one of these, you gotta pay like $100,000. And I'm like, dude, if I knew about this, I would have planted a bunch of these mini half dome half trees in my little plot of land, and I would definitely have a retirement set for me. Oh, I gotta say, I did not expect to have so much fun at an arboretum, something I can't even pronounce. But it's fun hanging out with retirees. They're showing me new areas that I would never have even considered going to. Hope you enjoyed this video and hope you're enjoying the new places that I'm showing you that you probably wouldn't have thought of going yourself either. But if you have something that I haven't shown yet that you don't see other people showing on YouTube about Korea, let me know and I will try to visit those as well and show you what that's about, and I can also experience it for myself.
Yesterday,
Our little tour of Gyeongbokgung, super informative if you haven't checked it out already, but we're gonna start out the rest of the day at Gyeongneung. It is a buffet located close to Gyeongbokgung. I'll link it below, but today it seemed like it was closed, but we're being let in at a discount. Buffets can't operate in full capacity during the virus because there's not enough customers. So instead, we're getting a discount on the food. But everything looks pretty good right here. Okay, so it is a mixed mash of foods, mainly Korean, but you got Chinese sweet and sour pork there, as well as Japanese buckwheat noodles, but Korean style. But all of this, guys, all you can eat, 6,000 won. I still didn't get everything that they offered. This much variety for 6,000 won, I'm gonna take it. It's fantastic. Everything is so fresh, so good. So the food was definitely worth it for 6,000 won. I almost want to say that that's probably the better deal than if you came on a regular day, because it would be 15,000 won, but they say it's worth it. You'll just have to check it out when they reopen the buffet, but it's definitely huge and they're gonna have a much larger variety. It's just that even with the existing variety that they had, I was just completely full sampling just what they had, and everything was very delicious. Particularly the fermented kimchi's, super healthy for you.
Later that same evening.
Okay, here's the room for the night. Pretty nice, pretty fancy, but I don't really care for the interior that much, to be honest with you. I just need a nice bed to sleep in. But this place does overlook a really beautiful and serene lake. I look forward to it in the morning. Looks like they got mushroom cream soup as well as Korean soup. Really liking the Korean fermented dishes here, especially the water kimchi. I'm just gonna keep it real and eat what I want to eat today. It might seem like a strange concoction, but this sweet cereal with the spicy and sour soup. I don't know, I just like it. Not too bad for 60,000 Korean won a night. It's not Thailand, but I'll definitely take it over being in lockdown for sure.